Alright guys, we are back. We back. So it's been quite a minute and I just want to be a little transparent. I've just had a lot going on in my life. And yeah, it's just been a lot. So we're back though. I'll explain more another time. Let's get straight into it.
Maxon's waiting to
Sir.
talk to you. And I'm
Remarkable
not throwing
work,
the switch
Knight.
until he gives us
The signal
go.
interceptor appears to be complete. Are you ready to put it to the test?
Absolutely. I'm ready to go.
Your confidence is an inspirational. That being said, this is the first time we've attempted to directly adapt Institute technology. When we let switch, we don't know exactly what's gonna happen. God willing, you'll end up inside the Institute, and the mission can continue.
Nothing's gonna stop me when I'm so close to the answers I'm looking for.
Eager to get inside, huh? Good. Now, I want you to listen very carefully. Once you've entered the Institute, we expect to lose contact, so it's imperative you remember everything I'm about to tell you. About 10 years ago, the Brotherhood began recruiting civilian scientists from the capital wasteland to assist with various projects. During this process, we were able to obtain the services of Dr. Madison Lee, a noted mind in the field of nuclear engineering.
How did the Brotherhood meet Dr. Lee?
She was part of a civilian project in the capital wasteland that the Brother appropriated. It wasn't difficult to convince her to stay. That said, Dr. Lee's contributions to our cause were instrumental in the capital wasteland. After some time, she developed differences with the Brotherhood and exiled herself to the Commonwealth. We're certain that her intent was to make contact with the Institute.
I'm surprised that the Brotherhood let her go.
Had I been in command, I wouldn't have allowed it to happen. She was a valuable asset. The mission is simple. Once you're inside the Institute, we want you to track down Dr. Lee's whereabouts. If you find out that she's still alive, make contact with her and convince her to return to the Brotherhood of Steel. There's a special project we're working on, and it needs her attention.
Consider it done, Elder.
Very good. Very good. Listen to me, Knight. I'm well aware that you're risking your going into the Institute blind. Just keep your mind on the mission, and don't let anything they say sway you from your duty.
Alright.
Proctor,
I've checked and rechecked everything. I think the signal interceptor's ready to go. Are you?
let's do this.
All right. Head up onto the platform and we'll see if I can find a signal to lock onto.
Refrain from opening fire.
Wanted to get
inside
into the Institute, right?
It could
Well, what are
jeopardize
you
our
waiting
entire
for?
mission.
Let's see. Relays dialed in. Beam emitters warmed up. Everything looks green. Let me start scanning for the signal. Cross your fingers. I'm inputting the code now. Wow, there's a heck of a lot of interference and ghosting. It's gonna take a minute or two to lock in. By the way, this little trip you're taking is a heck of an opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute and what they're up to. I put a clever little program on this holotape that'll scan their network and download anything it finds. If you place it in any terminal down there, it'll do the rest. Bring it back to me and I'll see if I can make sense of whatever it found. Well, well, looks like we have a winner. RF wave capture complete. Ramping the emitter. 60%, 80%. Emitter spiking but steady. All that's left is to throw the transmit switch. Transmitting
You
in
have your
3,
assignment, soldier.
2,
Move
1.
out.
I'm
Stay
trying,
safe,
Maxon.
soldier.
Checking all y'all stuff.
Hello.
We're gonna do it off rip. Hold on. Before he even says anything.
I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I'm known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. please, step into the elevator.
I will as soon as I get done robbing you.
I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute. This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific,
It's a very small elevator.
very personal reason. You are here for your son.
I got the good stuff down here. Taking all that.
Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean? Oh my god. It's really you.
Who are you?
Sean, it's me. I'm your dad.
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
We're leaving this place. Together. Okay, Sean?
What's going on? Father? Father!
Sean, open the door.
I don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here, help me!
Please, Sean. I'm your father. Talk to me. Just open the door.
Father? Father, help me! He's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
I could kill you. Right here. Right now.
Yes. Yes, you could. And I would be powerless to stop you.
Just help me understand what's going on here.
I promised answers, and answers you shall have. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been rewarded. It's good to finally meet you, after all this time. It's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
Bullshit.
Is it? After all the things you've seen and experienced in the Commonwealth? Think about it. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality. And here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
They stole you, kidnapped you. Wasn't right.
Right, wrong, irrelevant. It was necessary. The Institute believed humanity's future depended on it. At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
Yeah, you lost me. I don't see the point of any of this.
You don't see the connection. Let me try to explain. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me, after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
Sean. It's really you.
It really is. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
I don't want to hear any more right now.
Very well. The Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
Maybe. I don't know. This is so much to take in.
I know. And I am sorry. You have been through so much in such a short time. The Institute can provide a better life than anything above ground. You've been in the Commonwealth. You've seen what it's like. I assure you that you are better off with us.
I don't know what to do.
I realize that. It's why I'm trying to help you. I hope that you can see that rationally. The Institute is the only thing left in the world that is worth being part of. I simply ask that you give the Institute, me, a chance. A chance to show you what I've been telling you. We really do have humanity's best interest at heart. Will you take that chance?
I just don't know.
Just give it time. Give the Institute a chance. The Institute is now your home, as much as it is mine. Please take some time, get to know it. Meet the people you'll be working with. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in Facilities, Dr. Ayo in SRB, Dr. Holdren in Bioscience, and finally Dr. Lee in Advanced Systems. They've all been notified of your arrival, of course. Meet them, and then we'll discuss what comes next.
So I'm not gonna lie. I already had my mind made up. That one. I'm going to be siding with the Brotherhood. I'm going to go with what I originally went with in my first playthrough, which was the Brotherhood. Here's the thing about the Institute. I do believe that they are the best. That they are the best hope, right? I do believe that for the Commonwealth. However, they keep too many secrets. They do too many things that are kind of shady, kidnapping people, replacing them, and that just doesn't sit well with me. So I would not pick them. Just my 2 cents. Really? Already? Alright, we're gonna do this fun time of trying to figure out how to get to places. Rev. Move.
Almost done. Just need to tighten up this primary drive servo.
Excuse me, Doctor.
I
They
don't
weren't
know.
kidding. You really
Most
are.
of them have lasted long
Well,
past
all
their
right.
projected lifespans.
I'm Allie.
If you
Allie
ask me,
Fillmore.
they
You
were
can think
built
of me
pretty
as the
well.
Institute's chief engineer. When Father told us about you, I could hardly believe it. You've been through so much, I think most people would have just given up. If you don't mind my asking, what was it that kept you going all that time?
I wanted to kill the son of a bitch who murdered my wife.
Kellogg always was a cold bastard. If you ask me, we're better off without him. Now, I'll give you a quick rundown of the Facilities Division, and then I'll answer any questions you might have afterward. As you might guess, we keep the Institute's mechanical and electrical systems running smoothly. We maintain and upgrade all of the systems that make it possible to live and work. There's a lot of machinery behind these walls. The work we do might not be as exciting. So, now that you're here and
I'm just looking.
I see. Well, please do mind what you touch. Sensitive equipment here, not like topside. If there's anything else you'd like to know about the Facilities Division, I'm happy to discuss it.
Let's do
This
this.
place, originally. Has it been here long?
The construction of the Institute is the work of generations of scientists. The original survivors of the war, our progenitors, took refuge in the basement of the old Commonwealth Institute of Technology. Over time, their sons and daughters dug deeper into the earth and built increasingly sophisticated habitats and laboratories. It's a process that's still going on today. Even now, we're digging out tunnels for new facilities and infrastructure. Just think what this place will look like 100 years from now. I hope I'm there to see it. I can't argue with that. Even so, I'm ready to see the full Gen 3 roll.
It's pretty interesting that they were able to have the materials to do all of this. You know what I mean? Like, did they ever explain that? How did they have the materials to make this synthetic grass and this metal and this this architecture? Like, you can be scientist all day, but you still need a construction crew to build everything. You know what I mean? Holy smokes!
You're here. Glad you made it.
We're all looking forward to working with you.
I don't ever remember this place being here.
You just don't want to admit it.
What the fuck?
If you're about to launch into one of your passionate speeches about artificial sentience and machines with souls, don't bother. I've heard enough of them by now. Write them down from memory.
But we can't just ignore the question. If a synth can dream, why can't it have a soul? And if a synth has a soul, then it is a living person by every standard we can measure. Of course it is far more comfortable to think of them as machines, so we can do what we want with them.
If you disapprove of the work we do here, Dr. May, you know where to find the teleport.
Now just a moment, I never said that. I'm simply trying to open everyone's eyes to new possibilities.
Well, it's an unwanted distraction. We're men of science, not philosophers. You do well to remember that. All our divisions are important.
Hi, Doc.
I tend to think of robotics
It's you.
as the
You're
first.
finally with us. I'd just like to apologize for any trouble our synths may have caused for you on your way here. They, of course, couldn't be told of your identity, and they have very specific protocols for protecting themselves and Institute interests, most of which I designed myself. Not to make problems for you, though, will you be staying with us then?
I'm thinking it over.
Well, I hope you do decide to stay. It would mean a great deal to Sean. If you require anything, especially as it pertains to synths, please let me know.
To be 100% honest, I've never come in here before. That's pretty interesting. That is, I don't think I've ever gone in that room. Like, ever.
Personnel only.
So Dr. Ayo thinks he can hide in his office, does he? Well, you can tell him that I intend to speak to Father about these unannounced security sweeps of yours. Ransacking my quarters in the middle of the night is totally unacceptable.
I'll pass along your message, Doctor.
See that you do.
Welcome to the Institute, sir.
I hope all your needs are being seen to. You just let me know if they're not.
Greetings, sir. Seriously thinking of heading over to robotics to knock some heads
Excuse me,
together?
I've got reports to deliver.
Carry on.
Targeting package.
You wouldn't happen to have a spare polarizer on you, would you?
Please don't. There's enough friction as it is between us and pretty much all the other departments.
You going soft on me, Alarm? My methods get results. This time as well.
Taking your ammo. Or I'm not. You know, I haven't played this in a while. But why the F am I so heavy?
I know it'll be a difficult adjustment for you, but try to remember that synths
Here you are.
people.
Justin Ayo, Acting Director of the Synth Retention Bureau. I'll be upfront with you. We're going to be keeping a close eye on you for the near future. Despite your relation to Father, you're a bit of an unknown quantity. I'm sure you understand. There won't be any issues, will there?
Why? Don't you trust me?
I'll be honest. You're an outsider. The first outsider to be allowed access to the Institute in quite a long time, in fact. There's little precedent for this situation, so it's only natural to take extra precautions. It's nothing personal, I assure you. Now, Father has asked that I provide you with a brief overview of the Synth Retention Bureau. Our primary responsibility is the recovery of escaped synths that are hiding among the human population on the surface.
I'm sure it's best for everyone if the synths remain here.
Certainly. We can't allow sophisticated Institute technology to fall into the wrong hands. The results could be disastrous. Our main instrument is the Courser, a third-generation synth assigned to operate on the surface. Coursers hunt down and reclaim synths that have escaped the Institute. They are highly self-sufficient, trained in combat, infiltration, and tracking. In a word, our Coursers are relentless. But I gather you know all this, since you've encountered one already. In fact, I'd very much like to know how you defeated it.
I'm no stranger to combat.
Even so, a Courser should be more than a match for any single combatant. I suppose I'll have to ask robotics to perform detailed diagnostics on the entire production run. As if we don't have enough problems. Now, unless you need something else, I'll get back to work.
I'm good for now, thanks.
Very well.
Oh, it's like a memory wipe. Oh, that's... Ew. Stab people in their spines? That's gross.
All systems nominal.
She's been at it for over 2 hours. What is she even testing?
Nothing. At this point, she's just doing it for fun.
And deadly at worst.
Doctor.
Oh, it's you. You're not authorized to be here.
I wasn't aware that I needed authorization.
Father may have given you the keys to the castle, but this is still my laboratory. If you plan to stay down here with us, you need to learn how things work.
Is this how you treat everyone? Or are you just putting on the charm for me?
I wasn't aware that I had to answer to you at all. You're obviously here for a reason, and you've already spoiled my experiment, so you might as well spit it out.
Let's just say that you've regained the attention of a certain group that I represent.
Stop beating around the bush. It's obvious that you're from the Brotherhood of Steel. I knew it was just a matter of time before your people would track me down. I've been looking over my shoulder for almost a decade, waiting for them to send someone like you to kill me.
I'm only here with good intentions. You have my word.
You're giving me your word, even though we just met? Fine. Since Father trusts you, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. I might not agree with everything he says, but I know he'd never allow harm to come my way. Say what you came here to say, and then leave me alone.
Are you happy here?
You'd think being surrounded by cutting-edge laboratory equipment and some of the greatest minds the world's ever known would be enough. Only problem is the lack of transparency. I don't think we get the full story on everything that occurs down here. What does that have to do with why we're talking?
The Brotherhood needs your help, Doctor.
Needs my help? Why? They seemed to have everything under control when I left.
The Brotherhood valued your presence, and we'd like you to come back.
Well, how sweet of them. Tell me something. Why would I possibly want to come crawling back to the Brotherhood? What reason would I have to throw away everything I've accomplished here?
Father trusts me, and so should you.
He trusts you because you're family. I'm not. I can't just take your word for it. I need more than that.
The Brotherhood has always been straight with you.
I am getting a bit tired of all the secrets around here. Sometimes I feel like Father isn't being straight with me. Like there are things I'm not supposed to know about. I don't like that. But still, how can I turn my back on all of this?
Your work could be instrumental in freeing the Commonwealth.
You're wasting your breath. I'm a scientist,
Damn it.
not a soldier. The Brotherhood desired my creations in order to destroy, to take control. I'm not interested in returning to that way of life.
I give up. What would it take to convince you?
All right, I'll play your game. I had a colleague down here, a Dr. Virgil. Several months ago, there was an accident in his lab, and he was killed. I wanted to help with the investigation, but Father had the laboratory sealed, saying that it was contaminated. The incident never sat right with me. The more I asked about it, the more I felt like Father was deflecting my questions. If you bring me solid information on what killed him, I'll take it as a favor from the Brotherhood and consider your offer. Do we have a deal?
I know this may come as a shock, but Dr. Virgil is still alive. I met him myself.
Oh, please. Do you really think a cheap tactic like that is going to work on someone like me? Stop trying to avoid the legwork by lying. Either you get me the evidence, or we have nothing else to talk about. Deal?
Deal.
All right. Dr. Virgil's lab was in the Biosciences Division. I can give you a code that will get you into the section, but the lab itself has been sealed, so you'll have to breach it on your own. I'd tell you to be quiet about it, but your Brotherhood and discretion isn't exactly your strong suit. And finally, if you get caught, we never had this conversation.
Typical.
Now, for the sake of keeping up appearances, let me see that Pip-Boy of yours. I've been told to install a courser chip in it for you. Father's orders. You're to be given full access, with the ability to relay in and out of the Institute at will.
Thank you. I'm sure that'll come in handy.
Given that the relay is the only way to access the Institute, handy is something of an understatement. In case the significance is lost on you, you'll be the only one here with that kind of access. If nothing else, it should demonstrate the amount of trust Father has placed in you. Speaking of, I trust our discussion will remain between the two of us. Now, I need to get back to work, and I'm sure you have other things to do.
Bitch. I'm pretty sure this is the way you come out of Alright, so we'll go do that too. We'll meet the last person and then we'll swing around and do her mission to get her to come with us.
Is it true someone 77 discontinued?
It's a gorilla.
I've been reviewing Father's plans to expand our operations in Warwick. He's eager to get that.
Doctor.
I wonder how the
Welcome.
Warwick family is
So
doing.
good to have you here.
Young
Dr.
Wally must
Clayton
be close to
Holdren,
10 years old by
head of the
now.
bioscience
It's
division.
remarkable.
I
that any
can't
child
wait for you
can
to see the
survive
work
for
we're
so
doing.
long.
It's truly amazing.
I look forward to learning more about it.
In that case, let me give you a brief overview of what we do here. As the name implies, the Bioscience Division specializes in fields of studies such as botany, genetics, and medicine. Our most important directive is to ensure the health and well-being of everyone in the Institute. To that end, we cultivate highly specialized breeds of flora for use in food and medicine. We've even started to explore the idea of synthetic animal life. You probably saw the gorillas. They're really just a pet project at this point, but the potential is exciting nonetheless.
Seems like there's nothing you guys can't do.
With hard work and ingenuity, any challenge can be overcome. I'm sure I've taken up enough of your time as it is, but I have to ask, have you decided whether you'll join us?
I'm not sure. Right now, I'm just trying to keep an open mind.
It's a big decision, I know, but it's also a rare and important opportunity. No need to rush to judgment. In any case, I imagine you'll want to continue looking around. Or, if you prefer, I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have.
I'm good for now. Thanks.
Take care, then.
Oh, actually, I think it's this way. Yeah, 'cause it's like the older section of the Institute. See how it looks older.
Sweet.
Oh, the entrance is over here somewhere.
Yes.
Yep, FEV lab.
That's it.
I have no idea. I honestly don't know. I guess this wouldn't be too bad. Just go all the way up to pick anything I like without having somebody with me. So I might dump points into that. Let's go cam resistant. Because I do actually use a lot of cams. So
Loctite. Nice.
he. Oops. I can hear a whatchamacallit around here. I can hear an assaultron. Oh. Oh, that's wonderful. No. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. We're not doing that today. Oh my god. Probably should have sold some stuff to the people, man.
Got it.
Is there cat meat on this dude? I'm gonna take that just for the statue that we normally do. Ooh, look at that. Sales. Trying to tear me up. Nice. Who started?
this will likely be my last recording. My requests to shut down the FEV program have repeatedly been denied. We've learned nothing useful in the last 10 years. Why does Father insist on continuing it? If he won't see reason, then I have to take matters into my own hands. What we're doing, it's not right. It needs to stop.
Hopefully I got what Dr. Lee
Anyone should
needs.
find this after I'm gone. Know that I never wanted to hurt anyone. Anyone. Do you understand me? I'm gonna make sure the whole program is shut down. If not for good, then at least for years to come. After that, I know what I'm about to do will be seen as a betrayal. Treason, he'll probably call it. So, I'm leaving. I have a plan. And if it works, I'll be somewhere safe. Somewhere not even the coursers can find me. Everything that we've done, the lives we've taken. If there is a God, may he have mercy on us all.
Cynthia, you were scheduled for maintenance duty in SRB last week.
Close that door
Took
behind
you
me.
long enough to find that evidence. Let me see what you've got.
I'm afraid it's bad news.
Since when do you know what I consider bad news? Just let me hear it.
I'm gonna make sure the whole program is shut down. If not for good, then I know what I'm about to do will be seen as a betrayal. Treason, he'll probably call it. So, I'm leaving. I have a plan. And if it works, I'll be somewhere safe. Somewhere not even the coursers can find me.
They lied to me. They lied to me, and I didn't even realize how far it went. All those years of loyalty. For nothing.
No matter how badly it hurts, you needed to hear the truth.
And for that, I thank you. I came to the Institute to get away from the Brotherhood. From the whole world. I just wanted to do my research in peace. Father took me in and gave me access to cutting-edge technology that I only dreamed existed. I became jaded. I thought that the Institute cared, that they wanted to better mankind. Maybe in their own twisted way they still do. But now I realize if you can't trust the people you're working for, then it's all pointless. If they lied about Dr. Virgil, who knows what else they've been lying about? Or what their plans are for my work. I'll make my way back to the Brotherhood. But I'm going to have to do it on my own. I can't take any chances being seen with you. Tell whoever sent you that they've just regained the services of Dr. Madison Lee.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna be honest, guys. I just wanted to get a little bit out there today. Because I hadn't played in so long. So really, I only had enough time tonight to just get a little bit of the story done. That's kind of where we are right now. So I'm gonna be a little bit more, and I have to go. Work has been very hectic lately.
What are you going to tell me about this mysterious phase?
I remember the first time I came in here, like my very first. Shut up. I remember the very first time I came in here. Very first playthrough. Man. I was so afraid to get out of my power armor. I didn't trust anything the Institute was saying. So like, when we get to this part, and you're like, oh, have a seat. I thought they would like, have a seat. And like, someone's going, a bunch of coursers going to bum rush the room and try to kill me. So like, I kept trying to sit down in the seat with my power armor on, and they wouldn't let me.
Now that you've had a chance to see the Institute firsthand, what do you think?
First things first. How do I get back to the surface?
The same way you got in, of course. You are not a prisoner here. You may come and go as you please. Ultimately, all our knowledge and resources are focused on a single goal. The goal is best summarized by our motto: mankind, redefined. Unfortunately, no advancement comes without occasional setbacks. As remarkable as our synths are, they can be dangerous without proper supervision. The superior synth mind and body attempting to wrestle with something approaching free will can be a recipe for chaos.
If the synths are intelligent and self-aware, then they have a right to free will.
However closely they may approximate human behavior, they are still our creations. When you see what I have to show you, I think you'll agree that we know what is best for our synths. A rogue synth has taken over the Raider gang at Libertalia. His memories have been erased, and his identity altered. He believes he's a man named Gabriel. Under his leadership, the Raiders have taken many innocent lives. I've dispatched a courser to Libertalia. I'd like you to join him and reclaim that synth.
We'll bring that synth home.
That would be best for it. Now you should get moving. Many people are in danger, and a delay could cost lives.
Okay. I don't think you can teleport out of the Institute anywhere. I think you have to teleport out to the CIT ruins. Yeah, so the only place you can fast travel is there. And then I think you can teleport into the Institute. I'm not sure if you have to be like the CIT ruins to teleport in. I don't know. Going down over there.
What's all this?
Ooh, headshot. The kid still got it. Alright, he's still packed up, so we're not gonna worry about him. We'll come back and get him another time now that we killed his whole crew off. Let's go to the castle. Not too far from that.
All systems go. We're clear for takeoff. Your minigun should be loaded and ready to fire. Good shooting, sir.
You fucking shooting at me. You know, one of these days we actually have to go and do the ship mission. I don't know, where is the ship, isn't it? It's like Yeah, it's more north. I'm pretty sure you can see it out there. Right there. Right there. In the distance. There's a vault down there. It's like a whole rooftop up here. Oh, Mass Bay Medical. That makes me wonder, like, how long do you guys think buildings would stand like this, like skyscrapers? Do you think they would stand for like 200 years and just be kind of in ruin like that? Or do you think they would fall apart like way sooner with the wind and no one taking care of maintenance in them? Do you think they would just fall over? Just collapse? I think that'd be an interesting point to see how long they could survive. Oh yeah, home sweet home, baby.
Prepare for landing. Touchdown could be a little rough.
Alright, let's go dump everything off. Oh, I had a mini nuke on me, no fucking wonder. No freaking wonder. I don't think I have any 20 frag grenades. Let's tone that down. Put that in there. I'm gonna use the syringer for a while, so we're fine. Which means I can actually... It's under aid? I think it's under aid, where the larvas and everything are. Okay. Let's drop off some food. I do gotta grab some purified water before we go. I'm glad I noticed that. Grab about 30. That's fine. 20 pounds of water on us. We'll be okay. We'll run through it like crazy. Okay. Steaming meat. Put that in there. I think we're looking pretty good. About 90 pounds to work with as we're out there. Let me put some of this stuff upstairs just for whenever we decorate. This is my office, isn't it? Yeah. Who's up here sleeping on bed? Kate. Don't know why I put stuff in there, but whatever. For now, I'm just gonna put stuff that I'm too lazy to actually decorate with. Just put it over here for now. And the rest we can sell off. So, with all that being said, appreciate you guys joining me. I know it was a little bit of a short one this time around, but yeah, I just wanted to come back and kind of just give it a little bit, give it a little Gold College try, because I've been gone for so long. Let's go ahead and, hey, get
Excuse
up.
me.
Get your own bed.
Ready to head back out?
No.
Not now.
Well,
How many beds are there, Kate? Don't you dare. Hey, it's New Year's. Wow, won the game. It's 1-1. That's cool.
rise and shine, love.
Nice. Somebody got lucky last night. Anyway, again, thank you guys for joining us, for joining me. And I'm going to decorate this area so it's not like some bland medical bay. And then, yeah. I'm kind of rambling, but I'm just happy to be back again and be able to do this. So, without further ado, thank you guys for joining me. And as always, y'all be good. Y'all be safe. And y'all come back now, you hear?